But first, a song.
Standing in
Can't Take That Away, Peter Frampton. I loved playing with Peter Frampton. Man, the guy, he's not underrated, but whenever you hear about like the great guitar players, he's not, most times is not way high up on that list when people talk about the guitar players out there. And he's one of the baddest ass guitar players I ever worked with. And besides having such a great voice and such a great songwriter, it was a real treat when he called me to work on this album with him. And sweetheart of a guy. He worked with a guy that worked with him, and Kevin Savagar worked on the stuff, helped with arrangements and stuff. And then I've bumped into Peter a number of times since we did the album, and it's always a treat to see him. The guy just is so good. So it was fun. It was just kind of nice to get into that kind of a pocket for a change. I've got the live stream today at 3 o'clock, so I just thought I'd get more of in a mood for that by doing this. I want to congratulate the LA Dodgers. They pulled it off. For all the misery that's gone on in LA, in the world, but in LA this year, to have had the Lakers win and the Dodgers win now, it's pretty cool. As long as people don't celebrate by going out and burning cars and looting stores. Like after the Lakers won, there was a lot of destruction in downtown LA by these lunatics that get out there and they think the way to celebrate and show joy is to trash everything. But I didn't see anything on the news about any serious problems after the Dodger game, so I'm hoping that was all cool. But other than that, sorry, I just was out this morning, walked the boys, taking care of some stuff, did a track, put some bass on a track for a friend of mine this morning who contacted me. Still enjoying the fact that the immediate family entered the Billboard charts for the blues section at number 6 is how we entered the charts. So that is really encouraging. And in Music Connection magazine, they reviewed our EP and they gave us a 10 out of 10. I didn't see anybody else in there, not that it's a contest, but I didn't see anybody else getting a 10 out of 10. So it's pretty exciting for a bunch of old farts to be rocking. So I'm tickled with all of that. Have some things to do this week. We've got a couple more interviews to do. I did a really fun interview yesterday with Fritz Coleman, who used to be the weatherman here in Los Angeles, and he's also a really gifted stand-up comic and stuff, and he has a podcast, so he contacted me about being on the podcast, and I did that yesterday, and we talked for about an hour or something, and it really had a great time with that. I think I may have found a way of getting my books to Europe. I'm working on it now, but it's a very, very dear friend of mine who's over in Austria said maybe I could ship them to him and he'll take care of it. So I'm working on this. It probably won't make it for Christmas time since I'm not going to be getting the books until the end of November. I can get them out for the States, but to then send a pile of them to Europe will take a while. But I'm working on it, and I have not given up. I'm going to be like a little terrier, just ripping at your ankles all the time until I get this sorted out. And there's 2 possibilities going on right now for getting the books over there, and I'm really excited about that possibility, and I'll keep you posted on that. And I'm going to go now and load this up and get ready to move all my equipment down, my equipment, my laptop and the camera downstairs to do the live stream at 3 o'clock today, because I have to be hardwired for that, and so that the signal's good for doing that. Technically I don't know anything about any of that. Aaron will walk us through it, and I talked to Aaron yesterday, so we shouldn't have the same issue we had last time where the hours were mixed up, and he wasn't there when it was supposed to start, and I was flipping out. So I'm gonna give him a call just as a reminder. But and I used, when I did this track with Frampton, it was Frankenstein on it, so it was nice to rekindle it. It had one little clam in there. I did I think I played an F instead of an E. I just ran the song once before doing this, and there's a bunch of little subtleties in that. It's bluesy, but it's got some nuances to it. So I'm glad I at least made it through relatively unscathed. Going to wish everybody just a great day today, halfway through the week. And I'm, again, giving a shout out to all of these hardworking souls that are doing so much to try to maintain some air of normalcy in our lives. And California's been hit with some terrible fires again. We had really tremendous Santa Ana winds came through. Like some of them were gusting up to 90 miles an hour, and there's fires. So there were injuries. There was property damage, all this stuff going on. There's some really bad fires going on right now. So my thoughts are really with all the people working the lines on the fires, and my thoughts are really with the people being put in harm's way by these fires, and my heart breaks for all the wildlife and things that suffer through these tragic events here. So that's that. I'm going to just say, don't forget, we are almost on it. Make sure you're registered and get out and do it. This is your great privilege. Living in a democracy is the opportunity to determine your destiny, or at least have a hand in it. Whether it turns out the way you want it to or not, we don't know, because there's completely diverse feelings going on. But you can't complain about it if you didn't try. So get out there and do it. He says so too. So take good care. For those of you doing the clubhouse, I will see you in a couple hours. And for those who aren't, I will see you tomorrow with another song. So take good care. And I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.